One thing that baffles me most in regards to this thing that the US came out to say of recent is when you see some content creators that are not even from the north. They have never even stayed a day in the north. Not even to talk of, they understand the dynamic of the north and a lot of other variables. That is just it. But you see them coming out to exhibit since now US to come. Is propaganda, is this and that. You are inviting US to come and invade your country. Let's look at it. The main essence of bringing this to limelight, if that is their intention or whatever you call it, but our intention here is to say these things, to bring it to limelight so that people that are responsible for this will take caution and know that the world now is aware of what is going on. And if there's any way the US, you are saying the US will come in or any other concerned country will come in, and it's in regards placing sanction in regards these people that have been known to be ambassadors of all these atrocities. One. And secondly, to the politicians that have decided to do nothing in regards to this, at least if they can place sanction on them and a lot of other measures, that will go a long way. I'm talking about what they came out to say recently. It's not as if because they said it now that it's existing. When you talk of the people from the middle belt, people from the north central, I'm telling you, this has been their yearning for decades. 20, 30 years ago. This is just it. And nobody can tell me that what is happening, most especially in regards insecurity and whatever, majorly in the middle belt, that is not central, is not religiously affiliated, and due to the presence or due to the agenda of the Janjaweeds as well. That is the truth. Why are we now lying to ourselves? US want to sponsor propaganda, they have sponsored somebody. No. The main essence is for people to know, just like I said, this is what is going on. And let's even dissect it now. At least this will serve as an information to people that are even not northerners or doesn't understand the dynamic. Let's face it. 30 years, 40, 50 years before now, the north has been divided across boards, which is majorly in the north. You have the pro-Palestinians and you have the pro-Israelis. Who are the pro-Palestinians? The pro-Palestinians are usually part of these radical elements that are also of the proponents of all this. We must finish any other person that doesn't believe in our own religion or whatever, and we must establish the kingdom of God. And here's the reason why, even when Hamas attacked Israel, you get to go search on your phone now, go and see the jubilation in regards celebrating victory of them attacking them. Whereas, on the other hand now, let's just put it now, let's just say it straight. Majorly, the north is divided across Muslims. Muslims are pro-Palestinians. Christians are majorly pro-Israel. And that is just it. So, anything that affects Israel concerns the Christians. Anything that affects Palestine affects the Muslims. And that is why before now, have we not been having situations where when there's an attack in regards where it's considered to be an Islamic country, there seems to be a kind of a movement towards retaliation attack in Nigeria? Have that not been happening? Another thing is when people come up to say that this thing is Western propaganda, this thing is the US that is sponsoring. Are you also forgetting about the fact that there have been a lot of people in Nigeria that have been linked with these criminal elements? What has been done in that regard? Nothing. Has any of them been apprehended and they say it's the US that is sponsoring them or he presented a receipt? Nobody's pushing anything here. But the fact is, this information should serve as a kind of a caution to everybody, the radicals, and at the same time an awareness that this is part of the things that are going on in regards to these things. The only dynamic in all these things is just in regards when you come to the northeast and the northwest, where you see these radical elements. And just like I said in my video, these radical elements, the fact is, even when you are a Muslim, you are not safe. You just have to see Islam the way they see it. If you don't see it the way they see it, you are also an infidel. You are also an enemy. And that is just it. We see, no, what do they care? Some of them, some people even personally, their problem is they have a personal grudge with the US and whatever. What I'm just trying to say is, whatever it is, take the message, forget the messenger. But this is what we are doing to ourselves. And why is everybody just concentrating on sponsor? When I ask the basic question and nobody has answered that now. Is it the Western world that is also telling Nigerians to unalive people on the basis of blasphemy? Blasphemy. are we going to be talking about the establishment of Sharia in a lot of northern states? That to some certain extent its implementation or its application is at a loggerhead with the constitution. And when you dare come out to say something about that, it's as if you hate Islam or you whatever. And just like I said in my previous videos, what we have as Sharia in Nigeria is political Sharia. Political Sharia. And that is why it's only the poor that are victims of this implementation. Have you ever seen any big man that has been apprehended by virtue of the fact that he went against what Sharia stands for? No. And these are all these things. So the earlier you listen and pay good attention to the dynamics that exist in our country, the better for us. The better for everybody. Let's not come and downplay everything. Propaganda. You could not do anything. Somebody came out to say something, now you say, hey, no, it's not right. What exactly do even Nigerians want in the first place? They always like people that will not tell them the truth. People that will be very hypocritical with the truth. And that is part of our